Hello YouTube. So we've got a good one tonight. We have, let me just position you and start Facebook off. So here we go. Can we see everything that's on this side right now? Because it is crazy time. Whew. So I'm actually a little bit nervous about cooking this one tonight because we have literally, it is a Chinese banquet with honey glazed pork. And I've literally finished my work for the day about 10 minutes ago. So it's a bit crazy.
And I'm really looking forward to it, everybody. Lovely. Good luck, Angela.
Lovely, thank you. Hiya, Mum. You alright? Hiya, Linda. So yes, so we've got Chinese banquet with honey glazed pork belly, and that is what it looks like, people. How nice does that look? Now, there is going to be a bit of time today, so you will get us chatting to you a little bit. Just going to let Sharon in. Hiya, Bridie. So this particular recipe has 1,200 calories per portion in. So it's quite high calorific, but it is Friday night, and we deserve it. We've had a busy week. It's been a bit crazy. So yeah, so this is a good one. We're just waiting for Sharon to add in, because she's coming to join us again today, which is all good. But as you can see, I've got stuff all over the place because I think I'm going to be using 3 or 4 pans. Claude's going to enjoy the washing up later. And baking trays and bowls and jugs and all sorts of shenanigans going on today. Hiya, Helen. Hiya, Dad. So I'm just waiting for Sharon to jump in. It does say add in. Nope, no answer. She's obviously had to jump off and back on again. But yes, so for those that have missed it, we're doing Chinese banquet with honey glazed pork belly. Now, I absolutely love pork belly, and we do have a, what would you call it? Would you call it a bar or a restaurant? It's like a pub, restaurant type, bistro type place. And they do amazing pork belly. It's my favourite pork belly. Proper crispy crackling, proper soft belly pork. It is really, really good. And I can't wait for them to open back up again so I can go for their pork belly. And when my mum comes, I think I've already given you the pork belly from there, haven't I? From the Lord Nelson, Mum. I think I've taken you there for the pork belly before. I think you ended up having beef, actually, and you enjoyed that instead. But the pork belly's so good there. So, I'm just waiting for Sharon to pop back on. I might actually start without her and she can catch up. She does have the guidelines, so we'll wait for her to do what she needs to do. So, pork belly, first thing. I've never ever cooked pork belly before, so this could be interesting. So, it says first, and I know this has got to go in the baking tray eventually. Can you all see this baking tray here, yeah? Fabulous. I'll put it on when I'm good and ready. So, first it says, preheat the oven to 200 degrees. So that's preheated. Pat the pork belly dry with kitchen paper. Then score the fatty side. There's not much fat on this, actually. I'm quite surprised. Let's get it out. So I've never ever cooked with pork belly, so this is going to be interesting. Let's get Sharon on again. See if she'll come back on again. Don't know what her issues are today. Oh, here we go. She's connecting now. Hey, Sharon.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Friday.
Yay, it's Friday.
Yay.
So, a pretty good piece of pork belly there. So, Shat, I've literally just got the pork belly out the packet.
Yeah.
And I'm just patting it dry, darling.
Okay.
Because that's what they've told me to do. So that's what I should do. Hey, your ads.
Mine's pork like a light. No, I don't like belly pork.
We do have 340 followers, Dad. Thank you. Thanks for that. We tend to get about 200 views on these videos, by the way, Dad. I wish we got that many on YouTube. It's coming, though. Bit by bit.
You get 200? I only see 8.
I know, but we get a lot of secret stalkers, Shah. They watch after the event, so we get about 200 views eventually. So, pat the pork belly dry with kitchen paper, then score the fatty side in a crisscross pattern with your sharpest knife. You need to reach the meat.
I haven't got enough patch of mine. It's not belly pork.
Da, da, da. Lovely jubbly. Boiling hot water, mother. Soapy water, look. So season with a generous pinch of salt and deep in the crisscross pattern. This is to get that little flavouring in it. This is to get the crackling going on. Not going to be much crackling on this one. I'm not appreciative of that.
I'm not doing any practice one for you for doing it on your own.
Did you like the one finger massaging it in then?
Everyone likes a good finger.
Ooh, with potatoes and peas, lovely. Oh, so Alexa's telling my dad to nick us already.
Ange,
Yeah?
everyone likes a good finger.
Is Alexa fed up with them as well? Take them up.
So it's saying heat a large wide base pan, preferably non-stick, over a very high heat, and once hot, add the pork belly fat side down and cook for 4 minutes or until coloured and crispy, and then flip and cook for 2 minutes on the other side. It's like I was prepared for this, isn't it? So, just going to let that warm up a little bit. It needs to be a very, very hot pan, Shah, so maybe we need to wait for that to happen. Oh, okay. So what it's saying after that, Sharon, just so I can let you know,
Yeah.
once done, cut off a quarter of the pork. This is your plain salted pork belly.
Right.
I don't really want plain salted pork belly.
It's pork for us, isn't it?
Sorry?
Is it not for another day?
Yeah. I just want to eat the pork. I just want pork belly with that nice crispiness. I want it honey glazed, and I want it all honey glazed. I don't want salted pork belly. I want it.
Well, I do like honey glaze.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're making with this one.
You're just gonna quickly.
I'm just waiting for my pan to heat up a bit so I can get some nice crispy crackling going on, which is just about to happen. Let's see if we can hear the crackle, shall we? It's not quite hot enough yet. It's not quite hot enough yet, people. Hey, John. Hey, Lynn. Welcome. Get ready. Are you ready? Are you ready for love? Oh yes, oh yes. I was actually a bit nervous about cooking this one, Sha.
Why?
Because it's a massive feast, isn't it? There's a lot to do. Here we go.
I've been looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, don't get me wrong. Can you hear that sizzling in the pan, people? Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. Right, so at this point, Sha, have you got any baking paper? Have you got any baking paper?
Yeah, just put it on.
Yeah, that's what I've done. You've put it in a pan already, yeah?
Yeah.
Fabulous. So what's everybody else having for dinner tonight? Liz has already told us what she's having. Not ready yet. Looks like a good bit of pork belly that they've sent me.
Is it a nice size?
Sorry?
Is it a good size?
Yeah, it's not a bad size. I could eat this whole bit of pork to myself. I don't know if Claude's getting any of it. She's telling me I'm cheeky now, people. So can you see that colour just about taking on that pork?
Lovely.
Just a couple of minutes on the other side. And then it says, you can cut some off and cut off a quarter of the pork if you want, Sha, but I'm not particularly bothered about that. Because that's just going to cook on its own and be a salted pork.
Yeah.
Not bothered about that. Season the remaining pork with black pepper. This is your peppered pork. So,
Yeah. I've always done that bit.
lovely jubbly. Just so everybody can see it for now. There we go. Transfer both the pork pieces into a baking line tray and put in the oven for 35 minutes. So the oven should have been 200 degrees, Sha.
It's on, yeah.
Oh, you're already ahead of me, aren't you? Reserve the pan, Sharon. Reserve the pan.
There, I don't know what I'm doing with it.
You're working out. Right, add the basmati rice with 200 millilitres of cold water.
Yeah. Push it on, yeah?
Not to the pan, to a pot.
So what have you been up to today, Ange?
Working, darling.
Yeah.
So So add that to a pot with a large pot and bring to the boil with a lid on. So once again, as you can see, my lid's twice the size of my pan because I've only got one lid in this kitchen. Once boiling, reduce the lid very low and cook covered for 10 to 12 minutes or until all water is reserved. Once done, transfer the rice to a plate and spread it out flat to help cool it down and reserve the pot.
Okay.
I'm liking the way they're getting us to use the same pot, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right, combined the sesame seeds,
How many grams do you want the sesame seeds? I
uh,
didn't see that.
toasted and minced sesame seed oil, sorry.
Oh, okay. I've got that.
So combine that, the chili flakes, and half of the soya sauce in a bowl and set to infuse. So I'm doing it in my jug in the hope that I don't have to measure anything else out.
Right, say that again. So all of the sesame seed oil,
Half of the soya sauce
half the soy sauce, yeah.
and the chili flakes.
Right. All of that. Half of that.
That. No. How many things need soya sauce? Because they've sent me 2 packs of soya sauce. I know we got soya sauce. Oh, that's pretty cool. They've sent me 2 15ml litres of soya sauce. How cool's that?
Okay.
And the chili flakes. Was the chili flakes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wowza. Combine it together. And put that to the side to let it infuse. So I don't know if you've ever used sesame oil before, but it's actually a little bit thicker than normal oil.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's not quite as thin as normal oil. So I'm just putting that to the side to let it infuse.
Okay.
Oh, what have you been up to today?
Oh, not a lot. The usual, sitting on my ass.
Well, I'm not going to reply what my dad would reply.
Like,
Do you know what to do with Jerusalem artichokes, actually? Does anybody have any ideas about what to do with Jerusalem artichokes? Because I brought them from the farm shop today and I have no idea what to do with them. I know you can cream them and stuff like that, but I assume you just cook them like potatoes. I've never had them.
on YouTube. That's the best place.
Yeah, I was just wondering if anybody knew any good recipes with Jerusalem artichokes. If you do, let me know. Right, so my rice is now boiling. So I'm literally going to take that off the heat and put that to the side for the time being and let it just cook itself.
Why?
Because it'll steam in its own steam now.
Oh, okay.
It says just cook it, doesn't it? And then we've got to put it out on a plate. Wait there, let me boil it a bit more because that water's not quite hot enough yet by the looks of it to actually steam. Right, So now it's telling us to peel and finely slice the garlic. Not chop, slice. So there should be 4 garlic cloves.
Yeah.
Ange, tell me about your favourite album.
Which one?
What's your favourite album?
Gods.
Yeah, tell me about that then.
I've already told him about 5 times, Claude. Claude's wanted me to promote her music again, Sharon.
What?
Wanted me to promote her music again. They're going to get bored of hearing me talk about it if I carry on. She just called me an arsehole, Sharon.
Sorry, say that again.
She's just called me an arsehole.
Well, I don't see Claude promoting your coverage.
No, do you know what I mean? Yeah, Claude.
Claude, no music. I'm still waiting for that plug for your copyright program.
Thanks, Auntie Sharon. I always know I've got your back. You've got my back. Even against the favourite, Robert.
You're not favourite.
I know. It's because I let you come cooking with me, don't it?
Yeah.
Chopping garlic all day long. I was kind of thinking at some point we might get a little bit of a break from this. From the actual doing stuff to cook this meal tonight, but I don't think we're going to, are we? I'm not going to be able to make myself a cup of tea and have a chat tonight. Huh?
Have you seen how much it's done?
I know.
That's rubbish, I think.
I know. It's just because I literally finished work about 10 minutes before I came on here and I didn't have enough time to get myself a cuppa. Hiya, Kate.
Oh, well, you can't have a cuppa.
Yeah, I didn't have enough time to make myself one.
I've got water today. No, you didn't on the alcohol.
Sorry?
No, you would have been on the alcohol tonight.
No, not tonight. I don't fancy it tonight. Maybe tomorrow night. I might do in a bit actually because we're talking to our friends tonight, I think. We're partying on later. I don't want to get drunk before I get on. Because we've got a Clange night. And last time we had a Clange night here, it got really messy. Surprise, surprise. We use our Clange nights as ways to get rid of all our old shit. So we play games and they win all our old shit and take it home with them. And last time, somebody won a crab bucket from Norfolk. And it came in very useful on the ride home. That's all I'm going to say about that one. That's how messy it got. Right. Deseed the pepper and chop into large pieces.
chicken.
Yeah. Into large pieces, darling.
Okay.
Are you ready for the next step already?
Yeah.
I'm bloody not. Perks of cooking with Ange, you get to take your time a little bit. Trim and slice the spring onions finely. Da, 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 da. Have you tried them from IKEA? What, the meatballs? Of course we have, Dad. They're amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Love the IKEA meatballs with their sauce. Love their Dame cake as well. That's good.
Never had that.
Have you not? It's really good. Really good, Sharon. It's dead Moorish. It's like a dime bar, almonds, chocolatey goodness.
Almond stuff.
You don't like almond stuff?
I do. Anything with almonds on, not any nuts.
Well, you'll love the Dame cakes then. You've got to get yourself a Dame cake because they are stunning.
So I think it'll be a while before I get to my finger again.
Yeah. Yeah, Dad, where did you get the IKEA meatballs from? Better not be going to IKEA, mister.
They've been ever so good.
I know they're being good. They're being really good, bless them. Because they knows if they're not, they'll get shouted at by me. Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to your Chinese banquet? I do. Right, what's next? So, add the shredded. Rip the shredded the leaves off the green bit spring greens. They're already prepared.
Yeah, you bought me a bag of them.
Yeah. That's fine because they ran out of spring greens, so they've sent me curly cow. Dad, please don't tell me you're eating stuff from the freezer 3 years ago. I know, but they're eating meatballs from the freezer from 3 years ago, Claude. Probably, knowing my dad. Claude wants to know if they were out of date, Dad, because knowing you, they probably were. So you add the shredded string beans to a large baking tray and sprinkle with a generous pinch of salt and 1 tablespoonful of sugar. Now I'm actually going to add the sugar to this because this is going to make the shredded cabbage, the seaweed. So I'm actually going to add a little bit of salt to this one. Sugar, sorry, sugar.
Right. There's such light there. Just a teaspoon after that.
Says 2 tablespoons.
Really?
Yeah.
I've not put 2 tablespoons in.
No, I haven't put 2 tablespoons in. That just seems a bit too eccentric for me. A bit too much. Yeah, it does. And then a drizzle of vegetable oil and give everything a good shake up. Set aside for later, then boil a full kettle. Setting everything aside for later here. I think most stuff's going to be cooked last minute at this rate.
We're supposed to put the rice on a plate to the door or something.
Yeah, we are once it's cooked, aren't we? To dry down, to cool down. But put the pan aside, Sha. Good reminder. Right. It's now telling you to turn the pan back to a high heat. And add a drizzle of vegetable oil. I don't need to because there's enough oil in there. Add the chicken breast strips with the remaining soya sauce and cook for 3 to 4 minutes until golden brown.
Right.
So, well, that's going to cause arguments. There's only 5 breast strips. Nothing, Claude.
Are you using full Claude again?
Huh?
Are you using Claude there?
Of course I'm not. So, add the chicken breast strips and with the remaining soya sauce and cook to 3 to 4 minutes or until golden brown. Heat up. There we go. Just that. Zhuzh about a bit. Zhuzh. Zhuzh. Da-da-da. Ah, okay. Okay, this makes sense now. No, Ange, they weren't out of date, or no, they weren't 3 years old in the freezer, mother.
That's alright. As long as he's got quick access to the toilet when he gets shit.
Which you probably will do if they're 3 years old and out of date. Do, do, do. Don't you just love cooking? Can you actually see? Why didn't you tell me you couldn't see my plates? Look at that. Now, does anybody know if I've wore this top before? Because Claude keeps having a go at me about wearing the same tops on camera. I don't know how many tops Claude thinks I've got.
And
Yeah?
I'm just grateful you've got a top on, my love.
It won't be the first time I flash my boobs at you, Sha.
Is this live TV etiquette, is it? You're not allowed to wear the same top twice, because nobody told me that.
Apparently so, according to Claude.
Oh.
Stop picking on me, bitches.
Stop picking on her, bitches. See how she picks on us, but we're not allowed to pick on her?
Oh, yeah.
Do, do, do.
Maybe she just like the choice in clothes.
Well, have you seen her choice in clothes? None of your business. Keep your big ears out. I'm not cussing anything, my baby. Right. So once browned, add the chopped pepper and half of the sliced garlic. And until softened. Then add the black bean paste with 100 millilitres of boiled water and 1 tablespoon of sugar again. Right, add the black bean paste with 100 millilitres of boiled water. Then add a tablespoon of sugar.
The chicken.
No, the black bean paste. I knew I'd need that bloody jug again. We'll have to estimate 100 millilitres of water now. Right. Right, add flour to the chicken and peppers and that, Shah.
Okay.
Give it a good mix up. Right, then add the black bean sauce to the chicken and peppers.
Okay.
Give it another good mix up. That's thickened straight away with mine.
I'm not putting water in with this chicken.
No, it should have been with the black bean sauce, darling. Half a millilitres of water with the black bean sauce, the black bean paste. And then it says cover as best you can with the utensils that you got. And cook for 12 to 14 minutes.
Oh, you're making that.
Oh. Do you reckon the pork belly's been in the oven for 35 minutes? I reckon it probably has, you know.
What's that?
The pork belly, do you reckon it's been in for 35 minutes? I reckon it probably has.
Oh, shit. That my time now. Hold on.
Yeah, it has. Because look at that.
Beautiful.
Very nicely, beautifully cooked. Right, so take that out.
Yeah. Spoon for glasses again.
Pour over the honey, over the top of the pork, and cover with the back of it, and use the back of the spoon to make sure it's all covered. Oh, I love pork belly. Can't wait to try this bad boy. So they've given me some blossom honey here, Hilltop blossom honey. It's good. Good honey, people. Oh. Return all the pork to the oven for a final 10 minutes. Add the spring greens to the oven for 8 to 10 minutes or until crispy. This is your crispy seaweed. Right. So add the pork and the greens back to the oven. Whew. So now it's telling us to add the noodles into a bowl
Yeah.
with boiling water to a large bowl with boiling water, cover them with boiled water, then stir for 10 seconds to separate the noodle, then set aside and soak. Are you ready for my ingenuity now? Because I've only got one leg to cover these noodles.
Put a tin foil on a plate.
Mine was going to be cling film.
No, you weren't.
Yeah. Why not cling film?
Because of shrink.
No, cling film you can put cling film in water and everything, you know, in boiling hot water. Look. There you go, cling film. Right, Katie's going to get her fried rice tonight, darling.
Yes, be over the moon.
Are you ready? So get your rice pot back on the heat with a drizzle of olive oil or veg oil. Add the remaining sliced garlic and half the sliced spring onion and cook for 1 or 2 minutes until softened. So I've actually still got a bit of rice in the bottom of mine, but hey ho, shit happens.
Oh shit, just remember Katie's made onion.
Sorry?
Katie doesn't make onion. I don't do it another pan for her. What a pain in the ass.
She is a pain in the arse, you should tell her. Katie, you're a pain in the arse. Oh, it's a long one tonight, people, but we have got a lot of food to cook. So you'll have to stick with us. A lot of food to cook tonight. Cooking, cooking, cooking away. Hiya, Lynn. Thanks for joining us, darling. Claude's liking this because she's not had as much time on her PlayStation today, so she's enjoying the fact that this is taking a bit longer.
I've finished on a zombie game now.
Oh, she's finished her zombie game, Sha.
Just to kill all the zombies.
Clearly. There's no more zombies left for her to kill, so she's gutted.
Done now.
Yeah, but she's not.
Sorry?
So there's no more zombies for her to kill. She's always saved the earth.
Exactly.
Saved us all.
She saved us. She saved the world.
I'll take well, wow. That's what I've done. Taken me a month. A month to save the world.
So do you remember the sesame chili oil that we had right at the start, Sha?
Yeah.
That's going to be for the rice in a minute. So you might have to save a little bit for Katie's.
Yeah. She's not been on spicy.
She just wants the egg fried rice, don't she?
Yeah.
Come on, warm up. It's hot. That's hot. So I'm just going to turn my chicken over so it gets a full covering of black bean sauce on both sides.
My goodness, that must be good.
Ooh, come on. Here we go. Right, so once the garlic and the spring onions are softened, you add the cooked rice back into it.
Okay.
And then 1 tablespoon of the sesame chili oil and cook for 2 to 3 minutes until everything is combined. Wow. Oh, it's smelling so good in here. It's smelling like a proper Chinese kitchen. So there's that. So Adele, Claude's sister-in-law, and her brother marked this one 8 out of 10. And she said the only reason she marked it 8 out of 10 was because it took so long to cook and she was hungry. Right, you almost ready for your egg?
Yeah.
How cold is it in Portsmouth?
How cold is it down there at the moment? It was -1, it's -2 here earlier. -2 degrees. Right, so once all your rice and everything's combined, put all the rice to one side in your pan. And then crack your egg in the other side. Break the yolk and make it into scrambled egg basically. Once it made like a wet scrambled egg, they're saying then mix it in with the rice. Right. Then mix through the rice. So I think you've got to then put that to one side, Sha.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's fried enough for me, but I might fry it a bit longer in a minute. And then drain the soaked noodles. Then mix in the remaining of the chilli oil and remaining of the spring onions. It says save a little bit for garnish, but I can't be bothered with that. Perfect. Excuse me a minute. remainder of the onions. And the remainder of the sesame chili oil. Mix it through. Just like that. Fabulous. Right. Right, if you did do the salted pork belly, this is the time to mix it through the rice apparently.
I did do the salted pork belly.
Right, it's ready to start plating up, darling. Whew. Right. Can you see in my head I'm trying to work out what size plates we're going to need? I think we're going to need a big plate tonight. Those little bowls just aren't going to cut it tonight, people. Literally only had cut peppers on, so it was a pretty clean plate anyway. So don't moan, mother. And if Dad was here, he would have just licked it and put it back in the cupboard anyway. How you doing? How you, Andy? So, rice. Looks real nice. Rice. Good rice. Noodles. Noodles.
I've got any tea, Ange.
About 5-10 minutes. About 5 minutes. So I'm just dishing all up now, Sha. You need to kind of get out of my way, darling. I'm dishing up.
I know I'm going out your way.
No, you're not getting out of my way. You're totally in my way.
Or domestic bliss with a basket and a beer.
Finished? I think I may have burnt my greens. Yeah. There's a few that could be salvaged that you can have.
I don't want burnt ones.
They're not burnt ones, Claude. I'll give you the non-burnt ones. Just got bloody chill in my eye now. Never rub your eye when you've got chilli on your fingers, people. Oh.
Do you need a live first aid kit?
No, it's all right. Oh. Just getting the chilli out of my eyes. It's time to get the pork out, darling.
Okay.
Look at that bad boy. I've burnt my greens, Sha.
Oh, man, perfect.
Well, that's all right, as long as yours are perfect. Claude's got a few little greens.
For a bit of change, it's only me the first thing.
I know. I've got a little bit for me. So, just gonna. Pork belly.
So what we doing with the pork?
Just putting it on the. Did you have salt and pepper pork?
Nah.
No. Yeah, so you just put it on the plate, darling. You're supposed to chop it up into cubes, but I can't be bothered to chop it into cubes. I've just chopped mine in half. Whew. This is definitely a feast.
Not half.
That is my black bean chicken. So, just gonna. Fabulous. This is smelling absolutely amazing. I do wish we had smell-o-vision, I tell you.
Well, we're going to have smell-o-vision tomorrow morning.
Claude, stop being so crude live on air, Missy. So, people, there we have our Chinese banquet. Just about to take to Claude, and then I'll come back and get you. Off, oven off. Sharon's once again displaying hers in fancy bowls because she's posh.
Okay, well, they're actually Indian bowls.
So now we're going to see what Rambo thinks of it.
Rambo, you can't have it. Mummy's got to eat it. Oh, come on. Rambo, come on. Maybe you can have a bit of pork in a minute. This is what we get all the time with Rambo. Oh, look. That's
Here we
it.
go. Look at that. Right on Claude's boobs he was then. You ready?
That's really tasty. Is that chicken? Black beanie stuff?
That's black bean chicken. That's really tasty, she said. What about the noodles?
You know?
Mmm.
Noodles are good. A little bit of rice.
A little bit of rice. What a cooked one they have.
Yeah, they're supposed to.
Mm-mm.
Yeah?
Good rice. And I'm going to heading into some pork. What's this? Chicken?
Might be pork belly. Yeah, that's chicken that you've just had.
Got a bit of pork belly here. Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
That's going to be really, really hot.
Oh, the pork belly is.
Yeah, it's just come out of the oven. Can you not see it?
I need to go to Specsavers and get some new glasses at some point so I can actually see. Very focals. I think you're going to enjoy that. That's tasty.
I'm hoping Claude's not going to want all that.
I am.
So, people. Oh, that is our Chinese banquet
Well done, Ange.
with honey pork belly. So, thank you, YouTube, for joining us again. And I hope you enjoyed that.